One lens that's worth knowing about is what we call the Fresnel lens. The Fresnel lens is usually a convergent lens. Fresnel kind of came up with the idea. It's especially quite useful when we would like to have large lenses like the one shown here in the picture and allowing us to see the big muscles of this lady. Now, the idea behind Fresnel lenses is remembering that most of the bending of light in a lens is going to happen at the curved end. And the medium inside the lens is not really affecting how much the light is going to bend. So if we are going to need to have a large lens, it's going to get heavy if we have something like this. So Fresnel came up with the idea of saying, let's just cut the inside. Let's remove the inside. So what happens, you take a lens like this and keep only the curvatures. For example, this part, that's this part. Then you take this part. Then you take this part and glue them to each other, forming something like this. And that's very much what a Fresnel lens is. Of course, they're not doing it by cutting surfaces like that. They make it beforehand like this. And a lot of Fresnel lenses are made out of plastic, so they mold them to the right shape right away. These are the lenses, for example, that they use for overhead projectors. Now, these lenses are known for a lack of quality, as I might say. Their chromatic aberration is usually quite noticeable. But they do the job, they are light, they're not as heavy, and they serve the purpose whenever we need large lenses. Another application that I was not actually familiar with till I started preparing for this lecture is in lighthouses. In lighthouses, they try to shine light coming out of the lighthouse that is parallel to each other. I mean, with beams that are parallel to each other. To do that, you need a conversion lens, and you need to have the light source at the focal length of the conversion lens. So light coming in this way in all directions, since it's coming from the focal length, it's going to emerge out parallel to the optical axis of the lens. So in the case of lighthouses, they accomplish that by using a Fresnel lens. And you notice here the breaks in the lens. These are actually glass pieces, not like what I was talking about here, plastic. And that's, you are seeing there the portions of the Fresnel lens that's used in a lighthouse, and they get that to spin and getting the beam to span the environment.